How's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video in data structure series. In our last video we have learned how we can implement singly, doubly and circular linked list in C and C++. In this video we will learn how we can perform insertion operation on singly linked list. We will also learn how to implement this operation in C and C++. Now let's say we have a linked list and we have to insert a node in this linked list. We can insert a node either at the first position of the linked list, or we can insert anywhere in the middle of the linked list, or third, we can insert at the last position of the linked list. We will learn how to insert nodes at all these three positions one by one. First, let us understand how we can insert a node at the first position of a linked list. Let's say we have this linked list and we have to insert an element x at the first position of this linked list. To insert this element x, first we have to create a new node in which we will store this element x. After this, in the next step, we assign the address of the head node to the next pointer of the new node. In this way, our new node also points to the head node of the linked list. Finally, in the last step, we override the address stored in the head pointer with the address of the new node. In this way, the head pointer now points to the new node of the linked list and its previous link with the first node is broken. So now, the new node becomes the first node of the linked list and the former first node becomes the second node. In this way, we have inserted element x at the first position of the linked list. This algorithm takes constant amount of time. Now let us understand how we can insert an element in the middle or the last position of a linked list. For insertion in the middle or the last position of singly linked list, we use the same algorithm. So now let's say we have this linked list and we have to insert an element x at the fourth position of this linked list. To insert this element x, first we create a new node and we store this element x in that node. After this, we declare a count variable and initialize it with integer 1. We will use this count variable to count the number of nodes we have traversed and to get the position of the current node as well. After this, we declare a current node pointer and initialize it with the address of the head node. We will use this pointer to traverse the linked list. To insert this node at the fourth position, we have to reach the third node. To reach the node after which insertion has to be performed, we use a while loop. This while loop runs until count is equals to position minus 1. So in this case, this while loop will run until count is equals to 3. In this while loop, we move to the next node by assigning the address stored in the next pointer of the current node back to the current node. And as we move to the next node, we increase count by 1. Now once we have reached the node after which insertion has performed, this while loop terminates. And we have the address of the desired node in the current node pointer. So here the address of the third node is stored in the current node pointer. After this, in the next step, we assign the address stored in the next pointer of the current node to the next pointer of the new node. Here, the address of the fourth node is stored in the next pointer of the current node, that is the third node. So we will assign the address of the fourth node to the next pointer of the new node. In this way, a new node also points to the fourth node of this linked list. Finally, in the last step, we override the address stored in the next pointer of the current node with the address of the new node. So here, we will store the address of the new node in the next pointer of the third node. So in this way, this third node now points to the new node and its previous link with the fourth node is broken. So now the new node becomes the fourth node of the linked list and the fourth node becomes the fifth node of the linked list. In this way, we have inserted x at the fourth position of this linked list. This algorithm takes theta n amount of time. We can use the same algorithm to insert a node at the last position of a linked list. So let's say we have to insert this element x at the last position of this linked list, that is the fifth position. Again, we will create a new node and we will store the element x in this new node. Then again, we will declare the count variable and the current node pointer. And again, we will use this while loop to traverse the node after which insertion has to be performed. In this case, we will traverse to the last node. So this while loop runs until count is equals to position minus 1, which here is 4. So when we will reach the last node, this loop will terminate and we will have the address of the last node stored in the current node pointer. After reaching the desired node, we assign the address stored in the next pointer of the current node to the next pointer of the new node. Here, the current node is the fourth node, which is the last node. So in the next pointer of this node, null is stored. So we will assign null to the next pointer of the new node as well. Finally, in the last step, we store the address of the new node in the next pointer of the current node. So here, we will assign the address of the new node to the next pointer of the fourth node. So now our fourth node points to the new node of the linked list, and new node has become the last node of the linked list. In this way, we have inserted element x at the last position of this linked list. Again, this algorithm takes theta n amount of time only. Now let us learn how we can implement this operation in C and C++. To learn implementation of insertion operation in C and C++, we will use the same program which we have discussed in our video on singly linked list. For detailed explanation of this program, check out a video on singly linked list. Link is given in the description box. You can also press the I button. So first we will discuss the implementation in C++. So in this program, first we have declared the node class. We use this node class to create new nodes for the linked list. After this, we declare the head pointer, and then we have the createList function. We use this createList function to add nodes in a linked list initially. Then we have the insert function. We will use this insert function to insert nodes in the linked list. In this insert function, we pass the data which we want to insert and the position at which we want to insert. So in this function, first we create the new node and we store the data in the key part of that new node. We initialize the next pointer of the new node with value null. Then we create the current node pointer and initialize it with the address of the head node. We also create the count variable and initialize it with integer 1. To insert element in the linked list, we have learned two algorithms. First algorithm was to insert a node at the first position, and the second algorithm was to insert in the middle or the last position of the linked list. So we check here if we have to insert at the first position. If we have to insert at the first position, we use the first algorithm. And according to first algorithm, we first assign the address of the head node to the next pointer of the new node, and then we assign the address of the new node to the head pointer. In this way, new node is inserted at the first position of the linked list. And then we return, which means that the remaining code in this function is not executed. Now we could have also used else clause after if instead of using return, but using return makes our code look neat. Now let's say if we have to insert at some other position than 1, so we will use the second algorithm. And according to second algorithm, we traverse to the node after which insertion has to be performed. And to traverse to that node, we use a while loop which runs until count is equals to position minus 1. Now here we have added one more condition as well in this while loop, and this condition is current node is not equals to null. Now let's learn why we have added this condition. Now let's say we have a linked list with size 5 and the user asks us to insert at the 10th position. Insertion at 10th position is not possible. But if we use a while loop with this condition only, this while loop will try to move to the next node after reaching the last node, that is the 5th node, which does not exist. So our program will malfunction. To avoid this, we have added this condition. With the help of this condition, if a while loop tries to move to the next node after reaching the last node, it automatically terminates. So we use this while loop to reach the node after which insertion has been performed. After reaching the desired node, the address of that node is stored in the current node. In the next step, we assign the address stored in the next pointer of the current node to the next pointer of the new node. And finally, in the last step, we assign the address of the new node to the next pointer of the current node. In this way, new node is inserted at the required position. After this insert function, we have the printlist function. We use this printlist function to print out our linked list. Again, for the detailed explanation of this program, check out a video on singly linked list. Then we have the main function. In this main function, we first ask the user to enter the number of elements which he wants to store in the linked list initially. We store that number in the variable n. Then we ask the user to enter the elements which he wants to store in the linked list. To scan the elements entered by the user, we use a for loop. This for loop runs n times. In this for loop, each time user enters a number, it is stored in the variable x. And then we pass this variable in the createList function so that this element can be added in a linked list. After this, we have a while loop which runs infinitely. In this while loop, we give our user two choices. First, if he wants to insert an element, then he can press 1, else he can press 0. We scan the choice entered by the user in the variable choice. So we check if choice is equals to 1. If choice is equals to 1, then the user wants to perform insertion. So we ask the user to enter the element which he wants to insert and the position at which he wants to insert that element. we scan and store the elements and the position entered by the user in the variables ELE and POS. After this, we pass these variables in the function insert so that the element can be inserted at the required position. And then we print out a linked list. Now let's say if user enters some other choice other than 1, then this while loop will terminate and we will print out our linked list for the one last time. So this was a program for implementation of insertion operation in singly linked list. Now let us run this program. Let us store 5 elements in this linked list initially. So it asks us if we want to insert an element. To insert an element, we will press 1. So let's insert 41 at the first position of this linked list. Here we can see that 41 has been inserted at the first position. Now let us again insert 100 at the fourth position of the linked list. So now we can see that 100 has been inserted at the fourth position. Now this time let us insert 69 at last position, that is the 8th position of this linked list. So finally we can see that 69 has been inserted at the last position of this linked list as well. Now we can quit this program by entering 0. So this was a program for insertion in singly linked list in C++. We can write the same program in C as well. In C we cannot use classes. So here we use structure instead of classes. And here to allocate memory for new node, we use malloc function. Rest of the program is same. The only difference is in some syntax. So that's all for this video. As always, you can find the source code to these programs on our GitHub profile. Link is given in the description box. In the next video, we will learn how we can perform deletion on singly linked list. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe our channel for similar content. If you have any doubts or suggestions for us, feel free to share with us in the comment section. You can also contact us through our Instagram and Twitter handle. Link is given in the description box.